Hey there, everybody. Professor Cloud here with another episode of Professor Builds a Satisfactory. I'm going to start off by trying to continue getting fuel transported back and forth from the oil fields over to aluminum production, where we've got another drone port set to send all of the aluminum materials over to the nitrogen location. However, I'm not going to lie and say that I'm very disappointed, I don't know is the right word, discouraged by the current situation that I'm in. So one of the things that we're going to do as I move around between the different locations is we're going to try and see, is there bauxite that might be near to the nitrogen that we could produce additional aluminum, maybe get it there in an easier manner. Is there another oil field? We have not found another oil field anywhere that I could potentially produce fuel by itself just in that oil field, while plastic and rubber is continuing to be produced where it is right now. Those are the kinds of things that I'm thinking about. And then the longest of shots is we could potentially, if I could get it to work, set up trains to run from the oil field to aluminum. That would at least allow for plastic to get over to there. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help getting things all the way over to the nitrogen location. So another thing that I want to do is see if we can find another nitrogen field. I haven't really scanned for one, and didn't, I happened to run on the one over near the coil veins by accident. So there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in my head. But I'll be honest, I am a little discouraged by the location that I'm in right now. So let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can brighten up my day. Okay, so we are here at the oil fields. We have fuel production happening without any problem. So for those who thought that I was not getting enough oil production, I'm 100% getting enough oil production. It was fuel that I was having a problem with. And there is no need for pumps, because pumps are only needed when there's 5 meters of lift. And I do not have 5 meters of lift in any way, shape, or form. It's just when you're needing one and you're only getting 2, it just doesn't fill the pipes up well enough. So that's why I have a single solitary refinery running the fuel into the packager. So we've got fuel going here. All right, so what we're going to need to do then is build a drone port. I can find, there it is, a drone port, another drone port, and a drone that can send stuff from here over to aluminum. I'm also, of course, going to need to split the fuel that's coming out of this storage so that it can go into that drone port. So, as you can see, I do not have enough stuff on me. I need 10 more heavy modular frames, high-speed connectors, some aluminum sheeting, radio control units, and a portable... Why do I need a portable miner? Why would you need a portable miner for a drone port? Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and do that. However, while we are here, let's look for nitrogen. Is there perchance nitrogen nearby? 1100 that way. Okay, real quickly then. We need... And there's another one. Okay, that's the one that we already have. Yeah, that one's already being used. 3300 that way, and then there was one about 1131 that way. Okay, so fused modular frames, which is heavy modular frames, nitrogen, and aluminum. So nitrogen being near here actually doesn't help us. What we really need... I mean, it helps to a degree, but I don't really think it helps us that much. We've already got bauxite up there. Alright, is there copper near here? Hold on a minute. We might. I have an idea. $961 that way. $1361. So there is one within a couple of hundred meters of the nitrogen. That actually doesn't really help either, because the copper gets combined with the bauxite to produce the necessary aluminum. There is a bauxite. It's there over this way, I think. There it is, 745. So I actually, there's the one that I had. Oh, there's one closer by. Oh, so the 1177, I have a miner sitting on top of it, but there's one at 745. Okay, so we have now a fourth plan, which we could be taking advantage of the bauxite that's there, combined with copper that was over here, and there might be another one closer to that bauxite, to produce the necessary aluminum, send it over to the nitrogen over there. Then the only thing that we would need to transport, or the things that we would need to transport, are the heavy modular frames. Well, actually, that's not true. If we took advantage of bauxite here, copper there, we could send the aluminum case. Oh no, we've got to have aluminum casings and heavy modular frames for the fused modular frames, and we need aluminum, or we need the heat sinks combined with rubber. What was the heat sink? Copper sheeting. Okay, so aluminum sheeting and copper sheeting. Of course, there's also the problem of, well, where do we get water? Because you need water for aluminum. All right, we have a third or potentially fourth plan. Okay, I am going to do the following. Actually, I already have 100 here. Okay, we need to go back to the hub to get parts. Let's go the drone route first. I thought I had 50 computers on me. I do. Oh, because I haven't put them in the thing. Okay. When we get back to the hub, I think I'm going to craft 5 or 6 drone portable miners so that I have them in my inventory. In case of situations like that where I may want to experiment. Oh, you know what? I could have grabbed more fuel. Because I could have taken it and put it into the incoming and then run the incoming into the fuel port, just like I do with coal. Okay. Oh, crap. actually, that's... It's 77 per trip. Man, that's a lot of fuel. Alright, so it's going to take... I don't know how much it grabbed. Alright, knowing that it's only going to do one trip, I'm going to take this. Alright, let me see if there's nitrogen nearby. I doubt that there is, and I think I may have scanned for it here once before. Yeah, the closest one's 1,500 away, which is the one that I've already got being used. And there's one 2,000 away, which is probably the one that I saw was about 1,100. Yeah, and then 3,800. Okay. Let me see if there's any computers that I can grab here. Probably not, but... No, there's not. I need high-speed connectors, though, too, so let me grab that. Why are there no computers? Whoa! Because there aren't any circuit boards coming in here. Well, there are, but they're just moving very, very slowly. Well, they're moving as slowly as this can go. I can probably increase production. Because I've got enough plastic and copper sheeting built up. That'll make things a little bit better. Yeah, the computers are just taking too long. And there's no point in me upping production here. I may just have to buy the remaining 50 then. Alright, let me see about... Alright, so we're gonna head... Whoa! That was weird. Alright, we're going to head and pick up the heavy modular frames. And take the aluminum that we've got, the aluminum stuff that we've got. Alright, heavy modular frames are over here. Okay. Not sure why that was there. Alright, we need 250. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. By the way, I learned recently that if you hold down the shift key as if you're sprinting, it actually moves you faster along these power lines. Really wish I had known that about 40 hours ago. Oh well. Okay, so... Okay, this does have stuff in it. Alright, so now the question is whether or not it's moving... in the right places. Yeah, this is the one that needs the heat sink. It still doesn't have water. Huh. Oops. Whoa, I don't even know what I did there. Aluminum casings and heavy modular frames. The aluminum casings are coming from there, so this is supposed to be the heavy modular frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I do have water. Do I not? I have power here. Okay, why is this only doing... Because it's doing them in order of what it's pulling here? Alright, well let me go ahead and put that in there. So that'll start working on fused modular frames. This also doesn't have any rubber. Yeah, I didn't grab any rubber because I was more concerned about getting... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Crap. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. I actually have it... Alright, then let's do this. Aluminum casing. Yeah, see, to me, that's not the left. That's the right. I guess they base it based on where the input is. Okay. Okay. All right, so this should be full then of heat sinks. It is. All right, so that'll continue to work on heavy modular frames for a while. Matter of fact, let me do this. And then I've got these as well. There are always ways to game the system. Okay. That'll work. I don't know. Did I not run power down to the water? No, I did. Yeah, it's definitely producing water. 22.8. There's almost none in there. I'm probably gonna have to put in a pump. All right, let's see. I've never been able. I've never been able to get the pumps to work, or to give me anything of value. Logistics. Pipeline pump. Yeah, I don't know where to put it. Now, let's try there. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Oh, that looks a lot better. Wow, I may have actually just used a pump for the first time successfully. Yep. All right, let's go get some rubber from the hub because we need to go back there anyway. And where's my platform? I should have kept 50 aluminum casings. It's not a big deal because I've got to go get aluminum sheeting anyway, so I can go grab that on the way back to the oil fields to create the drone port. Alright, so I need 10 heavy modular frames. I have no clue what it takes to craft the radio control units. I don't know why it's taking so long to produce the modular frames. Alright, the rubber's there. Alright, let's go craft a bunch of portable miners. Let's see, portable miners. Okay. 6 of those. All right, let's find out about the radio control units. Aluminum casings. Son of a bitch. And computers, for that matter. Damn it. Alright, well, one of the things I'm going to do is drop this in there. Alright, I'm also going to do some other stuff here real quick, just to get rid of things. Like I've got some splitters to turn into protein. And then a bunch of biomass. This is probably going to take a while, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, I'm done cleaning up for a bit. Clean up a little bit more there. Just out of curiosity, how many tickets do we have? A couple. We'll go ahead and let that sit there for now. One thing that I want to do is I'm going to go grab as much of this rubber as I can. I'm going to take it over to the cooling system production. So I took a lot of it. Didn't take it all, though. And go ahead and get that running at the nitrogen location. Then we're going to run back, get some aluminum casings, get some aluminum sheeting to craft the radio control units. Actually, real quickly, let me see if there's any excess. All right, wanted to refill my copper sheeting. I was able to produce some extra computers using the plastic in the dimensional depot. So I have the necessary computers for the radio control units. I just need the aluminum casings. And I might be able to get them from here. Which is another reason why I wanted to come this way first. Alright, so this is where the rubber's going. Alright, so it should now have enough to go for quite some time. Alright, I'm going to take those aluminum casings. And actually, I need more than that. You know what? Let me just take a full 200. Because I need about 64, I think, to craft the 2 radio control units. Plus another 50 for the drone port and or drone. So let's go with that. And just out of curiosity, 22 fused modular frames. We need 250 total. Whoops. I was getting ready to take the very, very long way. So what I'm now thinking, now that I know that there is bauxite, I'm going to probably have to switch. Wow, it sends you flying when you're using the sprint button across these cables. It probably also helped that I was coming from a height. One of the other things that I'm thinking about is maybe changing the location of where we produce cooling systems to that bauxite, nitrogen, and copper that we found closer to the oil fields, because then we only would need to worry about sending the rubber from the oil fields over to that location for the cooling systems. So, okay, let's go ahead and craft the radio control units. We only need 2. Why did I do enough for 8? I don't... Oh, because this produces 2. Well, crap. Oh, that's okay. I've got a couple of extra computers. All right. Okay, real quickly. Thermal propulsion rockets. All right, what is it that needs the cooling units? Cooling systems. Sorry, cooling systems. So 125 times 6. Where's my calculator? All right, so that's 750. The turbo motors need 1,000, so that's 1,750. I just realized we're going to produce 2 thermal propulsion rockets with each one, which means I'm producing too many fused modular frames. I only need 125. No, never mind. It's a 1-for-1. Never mind. It's 2 for 2. Okay, so I need... $750 for that, and I need... Okay, so I need a total of 1,800 cooling systems. So that's still right. And then the modular engines, we're going to have to figure out another way to... We haven't gotten to that point of creation yet, or the turbo motors, for that matter. Which both of these require motors, smart plates, there's more cooling systems, radio control units, which are based off of computers. Okay. What was I getting ready to do? What was next? While I'm trying to figure out what's next, I think it's going back and yeah, grabbing the aluminum sheeting and then go doing the drone port. All right, well, before we do that, let's go ahead and take the rest of this rubber. So I realize this has been a lot of moving around in this episode, but hopefully you're still at least getting an understanding of my thought process, as convoluted as it might be. Man, when you really hold down the shift key, you're just flying. It's a beautiful thing. God, I wish I had learned that 40 or 60 hours ago. Okay. Okay. So this is in good shape. It's going to stop here because it's focusing on aluminum casings for now. But at some point it'll switch to heat sinks. And if nothing else, actually here I'll force it. There we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's go back. Let's go to aluminum. We'll go grab some aluminum casings. Sorry, aluminum sheeting. Then we'll head to the oil fields. Set up the drone port. Set up the drone to send fuel. Then we'll head back to aluminum to make sure... Actually, we'll go ahead and do that when we first get there. Is making sure that the aluminum... That the fuel is going directly into the fuel port from the intake. And then depending upon how much time we have left, I may go ahead and try and find the bauxite, nitrogen, and copper locations that are nearby. All right, real quickly, I want to, as we go flying, okay, the supercomputers are now backed up, so that's good. Wow, we finally have more than 50. It's still going to take an awfully long time, but... Okay, I need aluminum sheeting. Those are the heat sinks. This is the aluminum sheeting, so we'll just take that. There we go. Alright, let's make sure that I have the input port, or the output port going directly into, so the output would be there. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's now set up properly. Now we just need to get to the oil fields. All right. Solving one problem at a time. So now, looking back on it, of course, knowing that there is bauxite over there, using the bauxite way up there was definitely not the smartest of decisions. However, it was fun. So I guess from that particular perspective, I really shouldn't be complaining. Okay, let's just go right here. Alright, so this is the drone that's sending plastic. And it's fine. Alright, now we're going to set up another drone here. And we're going to do... that. Okay, we're going to put a splitter. Nope. then we're going to need to do another splitter over here. Alright, so one will go into the intake. One will go into the fuel. And what I'm going to do to speed this up a little bit is I'm going to grab 100. And there we go. Okay. All right, I understand why that one is stopped. I don't understand why it won't take the packaged fuel. Oh, never mind. I know why. I don't have power. Where is... Do I have a power pole somewhere that I can use? Because I'm pretty sure that one is full. Yeah. Oops. Wire's too long. Okay, there we go. Now it's moving in. All right, now I just need to set... I'm going to let it run for a bit. Actually, let me go grab some. Grab a couple. That way there's at least a couple of hundred in here. All right, and then... oil field fuel. It's going to go to... That way it's consistent. And then it's going to go to aluminum. Alright, we should be good to draft the drone. So it took it to 51 per trip. Why did it take more than that? Okay. I think we have everything working. I think we do. Is it perfect? No, but then again, nothing I've done has ever been perfect. And there's a very good chance that I may need to put better belts in place. The thing I want to make sure of is that, at the very least, it refills with fuel before the drone comes back. I'm also worried that the drone might be sitting there waiting for fuel and therefore stopping it from putting fuel in. Oh boy. Okay, so there's the full fuel. Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, I need to go back. Something I think is wrong. Let me grab some extra fuel. Crap. Yeah, I think it's sitting there waiting. That's exactly what it's doing. It's sitting there and waiting. Because there's already a drone there. Okay, so this one should rise, this one should fall. And then I can put this in incoming. Okay, this one's now falling. This one's probably going to need to take some fuel. Which is fine. Good. Okay. Huh. It actually didn't take any. That's interesting. Okay. Well, this might actually work now. Maybe. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I should be able to craft enough. Let me make sure. How many copper sheets do I have? Oh, I have a couple of supercomputers here. Let me... Oh, it's actually got enough. Wonder why the adaptive control units are taking so long. Oh, because of computers. Yeah. Because of computers. I got more than enough heavy modular frames, circuit boards, and automated wiring. The computers are my biggest problem right now. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and grab the 50 that are in here. We'll go ahead and put those away. Alright, I was going to do the exploration for the bauxite, nitrogen, and copper to do cooling systems over there, but I think we go ahead and try and finish this milestones, because I really need, I think, to get to the last milestone of Tier 8. Oops, hold on. Alright, so in order to get... I need 48 computers, which means I need... I don't know, 96 circuit boards? No. That's not right. $192 circuit boards. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do some of these now. We can actually... We can do 192 circuit boards. The problem is I'm just going to have to go get some more copper sheeting. That's all. But that'll give time for plastic to restock. Alright, I'll see you on the other side of this. Okay, we finally have everything done. That took a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to, so I apologize for that. I did do a little bit of cleanup, too, because I had to run back and forth.
The Blueprint Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
So I actually had to run back and forth to get plastic, because I kept running out of plastic trying to build the computers. I had to run and get copper sheeting a couple of times, so it took a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to, and for that I do apologize. That being said, you didn't see how long it took because I hid that from you. In any case, we've now gotten that completed. We can go ahead and grab... We've got no more milestones under Tier 6. We have Logistics Mark 5 under Tier 7, which we just really don't need right now. So Tier 8 is really the last one, and Particle Enrichment is the one that we need to go with. And as you can see, the stuff that we're going to be producing for the thermal propulsion rockets are what we need for the freaking milestone. So we're going to need another couple of hundred cooling systems, another 100 fused modular frames, and another 50 turbo motors. So the fused modular frames we've already got up and producing. I'll just need to take another 100 heavy modular frames over to that location to make sure that they get produced. And then the heat sinks will continue to get produced, or the cooling systems will continue to get produced as long as there's heat sinks there and rubber. Right now, it should have plenty of rubber to produce a bunch, so we should be in good shape for a while. But yeah, we're going to need both of those. And then 2500 quick wire, which that I can very quickly grab because it's been building up over at the copper production over here. So let's go ahead and select that. We're not going to be able to actually put anything in there due to the pod not having returned, but at least we now know that we can do that very quickly. This is where I'm going to wrap up this episode. What we're going to do in the next episode, there's going to be two very distinct things that we're going to do in the next episode. One, obviously we're going to continue to let fused modular frames and cooling systems produce. But we're going to try and get over to that bauxite vein, copper vein, and nitrogen that were, all three there near one another, so that we can set up a separate cooling system production, seeing as we're going to need it not just for the different milestones, but I can almost guarantee that we're going to need it for other things as well. So I'd rather have it there than not, and not need it, than need it and not have it. So that's one thing that we're going to do. We're also going to try and figure out how to take care of the alumina solution runoff. And I think I have a plan for that now, because we could set up one of these guys, the awesome sink. Let me print these coupons real quick. We can set up an awesome sink over at the aluminum production. And if we can take the alumina solution, package it, run it directly into the awesome sink, that's just continuous ticket production. So I think that that's definitely something that we want to do in the next episode as well. And then we'll start to take a look at the other pieces for the thermal propulsion. So we've got cooling system, fused modular frames. We now need to, I think what I want to worry about is modular engines. We've got motors and smart plates here. So again, it's a situation of needing enough rubber. And I think for the modular engines, oh, I just wrote down a lot. That's not really a good number. So it's 15. We need a total of 1,000 modular engines to create. No, that's not right. If we're producing 2 from 5, we need 125 of that. 125 times 5. $625 times 15 rubber. We need 9,375 rubber, which I should be able to grab from over at the oil fields and bring over here. So if we set up one assembler and grab 1,500 motors, 1,500 smart plates, plus the 9,300 rubber, we should be able to create the necessary modular engines that we need. And then I've got to figure out where. More than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a manufacturer over here to run directly into one of the intake ports of the space elevator to produce the thermal propulsion rockets. And then I'll just bring all of the necessary pieces over to here, put them in storage units, and run them through. Sort of like what I did, I think, in Tier 2 or Phase 2. I think that's probably going to be the easiest way to handle this. And now that we're starting to get those pieces, I can go ahead and start building that. We'll do that in the next episode as well. So we are finally making a little bit of progress. Not a lot of progress, but we're making a little bit of progress. So with that, as always, if you've been enjoying the content, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. And hopefully, and by the way, thank you everybody for all of your great comments. There have been a lot of great ones over the last week or two. I haven't necessarily responded to them all, but for example, there was one gentleman who, actually, there have been two different people. Sorry, not gentlemen. There have been two different individuals who have specified, hey, Brian, when you use your F button to delete something or dismantle something, you can hold your control key down and you can dismantle multiple things at a time. I finally tried that, and that will absolutely speed things up. So thank you all for that particular comment. And then, again, hopefully I'll see you in a future episode. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.